Andrew Snowden.
Deputy Speaker. It's quite clear listening to the contributions from members around the House that this is clearly ideology over reality. It is economically illiterate. There are new consequences and implications being discovered, it appears, by the minute. And every problem that members opposite say they perceive in the state system, this policy will make worse. They keep saying they need to find more money. They need to fill these magical black holes that they found. Yet they keep finding billions for pet projects every week in the headlines in the press. And I recently was asked to go to a public meeting with concerned parents in my constituency, and over 100 of them were there, and listening to their stories, their circumstances, it was clear from that evening alone, before we even got to this debate, that this is an ill-conceived disaster waiting to happen. 1,800 children in Fylde are in independent schools, and hundreds of those are with the SEND provision. The schools themselves are major employers and have been at the heart of local communities for generations, whether it's AKS Lytham, whether it's Kirkham Grammar, or many of the smaller specialist independent schools. The parents of the children at these schools are often not rich. They scrimp and scrape, they take on extra jobs, they miss holidays, they don't buy new cars, because they have made personal decisions on their children's education, a right every parent should have, and not face the a tax on the education of their children. The idea that they are all just rich and can take this hit, the idea that the schools spend 20% of their income on embossed stationery and swimming pools is simply nonsense. It is fighting the class wars of the past with the future of the children of today. Lancashire County Council have already said they cannot get close to meeting the forecasted increases in places needed. And this is before we get even to the most acute in the SEND provision. This tax on education will not just hit independent schools, some of which are already facing closure, but it will hurt the state sector more. I say this as someone who was proudly educated at a state school, but this is clearly the politics of envy done badly. So much for the supposed grown-ups back in charge.
Daniel Front.